changed the dressings?
Wann haben Sie zuletzt ein Verband gewechselt?
1,5 Stunden, yeah.
1.5 hours maybe.
1.5 hours. Okay, perfect. Save you with any like any medication? Did you drop any off at the front?
No.
No? Okay. Then I will talk to our doc about getting you some, okay? Perfect. Thank you.
No problem.
I am Captain Marissa Flores. I'm a part of the 519th Hospital Center, but specifically the headquarters detachment. I am a 66 hotel that is a med surgical nurse, and right now for SOAR 26, I am right now in the role of charge nurse for the CSU, the Casualty Staging Unit. So the Casualty Staging Unit is our concept of a very modular unit. The purpose of this is to pretty much create more bed space for patients who are stabilized and don't require as acute care from the hospital center field hospital. Right now this Casualty Staging Unit has 100 beds, so we can hold 100 patients to include military working dogs. And just the whole point of us is to alleviate the patient load that we have at the hospital center or field hospital, and to also continuously triage and package our patients for further evacuation. So the CSU was it was designed keeping in mind large-scale operations. We anticipate with all that is going on in the world that there will be a high number of casualties. However, not every casualty is a intensive care unit or an intermediate care ward patient. They've sustained minor to minimal injuries, and so all that we're doing is just holding them, taking care of them. Again, because we're anticipating so many patients with large-scale operations, that this will hopefully be a buffer between evacuation points and the hospital center. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we are definitely entering a point in time where we no longer have air superiority. So how are we tying the Casualty Staging Unit with other training? It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of going back to the basics and a little bit of employing new innovative ideas so we can maximize patient movement. So we are working in SOAR 26, we're working in tandem with the train exercise as well. So we are holding patients here, and whenever they're ready, we're going to be loading up the train so they can move out a lot of patients. We haven't used trains, I believe, since World War II, so it's really exciting to get to use old stuff, and a lot of us aren't super familiar with trains, so it actually does feel new. And then we also have, there's always innovative stuff out there with strong armored vehicles or stuff like that. So it's just a little bit of both, mastering the basics and being open to innovative ideas. Yeah, absolutely. So why is it important to go through the motions and to actually play out a scenario over 72, 48 hours? To be perfectly honest, we have a lot of sets and reps of setting up, field hospital, hospital center, CSUs, and taking them down just because we have a little bit of limited training time. So I'm really excited that we actually have a designated time to hold patients, because that's honestly the area where we don't get a lot of sets and reps in, and it's a completely different ball game. It's a lot to consider. These are real people, just like anybody. They get bored, they get hungry. So on top of having our medical skills, we also need to take into consideration the human factor. And it also gives sets and reps to our medics, our LPNs, our nurses who maybe haven't had a chance to get practice in at the hospital, and they can still hone in on their nursing skills, hygiene, medication, staying organized, and staying motivated over a long period of time.